This NFL player was homeless most of his life until he brought his father a mansion. Today's story is nothing short of remarkable. The journey of Josh Jacobs, from sleeping on motel room floors to becoming an NFL star. Let's get into it. Our tale begins not on the field, but in a dorm room at the University of Alabama. Josh Jacobs, a three-star running back recruit with no stars before Alabama recognized his potential. Oddly enough, his comfort was found on the floor, a choice rooted in years of instability, couches, and the backseat of his father's Chevy Suburban. But this wasn't just a story of football, it was a story of survival. Josh's journey started in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where his circumstances were far from glamorous. Fourth grade began a tumultuous period when his parents separated, and he moved in with his father, Marty. Their nights were spent on relatives' couches and, at times, in his father's Suburban, where Marty guarded his son with a gun while searching for a safe spot to park. "We slept in that Suburban every night for maybe 2 weeks until the apartment was finally ready," Jacobs recounts. The struggles persisted, from moving between motels and subsisting on white rice and ramen noodles to his father sacrificing meals during the tightest financial moments. Jacob's father, despite his desperation, never resorted to shortcuts like drug dealing. He preached the values of hard work and perseverance, emphasizing that the easy way out rarely leads to the right path. As a child, the extraordinary became ordinary for Josh Jacobs. He chuckles as he reflects on the surreal moments of his upbringing, where driving around and falling asleep in the back of his father's Suburban felt like just another ride. During life's storms, football emerged as Josh's beacon of hope. His journey began at McLean High School in Tulsa, where he quickly rose to prominence as a running back, leading the entire state of Oklahoma in rushing. Football wasn't just a game for Josh, it was his escape, his sanctuary from the harsh realities of life. As we've seen in the past, the world of sports has been a sanctuary for many who have faced homelessness. Names like Jim Carrey, Steve Jobs, and now Josh Jacobs remind us that sometimes success rises from the ashes of adversity. Football, for Josh, wasn't just a sport. It was the driving force that propelled him beyond his wildest expectations. With an indomitable spirit, Jacobs embraced the grind, not just for himself, but for his family and the love of football. High school brought on-field success, but the lack of scholarship offers and recruiting stars painted a different picture. A man named G. Smith from Texas changed the trajectory, helping Jacobs gain recruiting interest through social media. Alabama, the football powerhouse, came calling. Jacobs seized the opportunity, not as a stepping stone to the NFL, but as a chance for elite competition and a quality education. "Getting to the NFL was the absolute furthest thing from my mind," Jacobs confesses. But fate had other plans. In his final season at Alabama, Jacobs emerged as the Crimson Tide's backfield star, displaying prowess even while battling the flu during the SEC championship game. Jacobs transformed from a sidelined prospect to the Crimson Tide's rising star. Twitter became his platform, and his senior highlights caught the attention of schools like Missouri and Oklahoma. It was a turning point, a whirlwind that led him to the doorstep of the football mecca. Josh found solace on the field. Football became more than a game. It was his therapy, an outlet for his long-concealed emotions. The running back with a purpose that extended beyond touchdowns and victories. His son, Braxton, and his father, Marty, became his driving forces. Braxton, whom he hoped would never endure the hardships he faced, and Marty, his greatest inspiration. "Football has always been an outlet for Josh," Marty remarks. "He put so much emotion into running the ball." December 2017 marked a pivotal moment in Jacobs' journey. Injuries threatened to derail his dreams, and the prospect of leaving Alabama loomed. His father, Marty, became his steadfast anchor, urging him to persevere through the physical toll and competition within one of the nation's deepest running back depth charts. Injuries marred Jacobs' sophomore season, yet the indomitable spirit that propelled him to Alabama persisted. With a fractured ankle and a torn hamstring, he faced adversity head-on. The trials of the past were mere stepping stones to the triumphs of the future. His stats speak volumes: touchdowns, rushing yards, receptions, and even a kick return average that ranks among the nation's best. Teammates and coaches recognize his prowess, with Alabama quarterback Tua Tagovailoa describing him as a stud both on and off the field. Fast forward to April 2019. When the Oakland Raiders selected Josh Jacobs in the first round of the NFL draft. The once homeless kid from Tulsa, Oklahoma, had become a 220-pound force to be reckoned with on the football field. His journey wasn't just about escaping homelessness. It was a testament to perseverance, hard work, and faith. It took the persuasive words of Crimson Tide Assistant Athletics Director Josh Maxson to convince him that his journey could be an inspiration. I owe him for convincing me. Being able to tell my story, which I definitely didn't want to do initially, is huge because I can see that it's bigger than me, Jacobs acknowledged, realizing the broader impact of his journey. While football instilled patience, Jacobs' father taught him the profound value of sacrifice, especially for one's children. Reflecting on the guidance he received, Jacob spoke of the priority of putting his son, Braxton, first. His father became the embodiment of parenthood, demonstrating how to be a father despite life's challenges. Everything that you do, you think about them, and they come before any of your personal feelings or needs, Jacobs shared, acknowledging the enduring lessons from his father. I run for my pops. I run for my 3-year-old son, Braxton. I run for my sister and my 3 brothers. I run for everybody who has ever supported me, anyone who's ever doubted me, Jacobs declares. His running transcends the field. It's a mission to inspire those facing adversity, living on meager meals, and feeling trapped in darkness. In a fitting conclusion to his rookie season, Jacobs surprised his father, Marty, by gifting him a home. The images and footage of the heartwarming surprise flooded social media as Jacobs announced, "Blessed just bought my pops a house." This poignant moment is a testament to the strides Jacobs has made since being drafted 24th overall by the Raiders in 2019. Jacobs excelled on the field as an Offensive Rookie of the Year candidate, accumulating 1,416 yards from scrimmage and 7 touchdowns. Still, he also demonstrated the same resilience that defined his journey. Reflecting on his father's sacrifices during those difficult times, Jacobs shared with NFL Network's Jeffrey Chadiha, "I remember seeing him not sleep. It's crazy because I didn't notice that I was sleeping in a car. I was just thinking that I was falling asleep and waking up. I didn't think anything about it because I felt safe." Marty Jacobs, proud of his son's positive outlook, expressed, "One of the things that I'm proudest of with Josh is that he trusted the process. There are many things he experienced as a child that he doesn't want his son to experience. From once lacking the simplest luxuries like a bed, Jacobs has evolved into a player who gives back with a lighthearted laugh. Collaborating with SD Allen Ministry and missions to deliver beds and furniture to a Tuscaloosa family in need, Jacobs reflected on the irony of his journey. From not sleeping on a bed to sleeping on the best bed, it's just crazy to me, he chuckled, acknowledging the unexpected turn of events in his life. Amidst the uncertainties of his past, Jacobs' life now seems to make sense. He looks back with a smile and offers advice to his younger self, encouraging perseverance and emphasizing the eventual favor that life would bestow. "I would tell him to keep doing what he's doing, stay who he is and continue to work hard, not get so upset about how things will play out because they're going to play out in his favor," Jacobs concluded, the wisdom of his journey echoing through his words. And that's all for today. What do you think about the incredible story of Josh Jacobs? Let us know in the comments below. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to our channel for related content. Goodbye.